everyone. So today I am going to be doing a first impressions and review on the new Kylie summer collection. I got the eyeshadow palette and I got one of the lip kits from the summer collection, Candy K. It is in a new formula except that the shade is not new. I'm going to be doing swatches of the eyeshadow palette and I'm going to create a look using the palette, let you guys know what I think about it, my first impressions, and see how the eyeshadows perform. I'm also going out, so I'll be testing out these shadows and coming back at the end of the day, let you guys know how the shadows held up. Let's get started. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. I try to upload every Monday and Thursday. You guys can also find me on social media. Everything is at SilviaMBeauty. So can we just talk about this packaging? Love, love, love. I love this packaging. It is yellow with neon pink color. That was like one of the main things about this collection that I really liked. She's killing it with packaging lately. I really appreciate that because packaging, you know, sometimes we buy stuff based on packaging. Oh my god, this is so cute. It is bananas. I love bananas. Okay, so the actual palette is like a really bright neon orange. You got the shades here on the back. So it comes with a pretty big mirror, and these are all the shades that are in this palette. So you get a total of 14 shades. Each shade is 0.85 grams. Like right away, I wish she put the names of the shadows in the front instead of the back. There's definitely space to put the shadow names here in the front. I'm not sure why she didn't do that. So this is a limited edition collection, so once it sells out, I don't think she's bringing it back. I'm not sure, because she has brought back stuff from the past that she's launched that was limited edition, so you never know. But I know that this round is the last round of restock, so if you want to get something from the collection after it sells out, then there probably won't be a chance to get this anymore. The palette is $44 and the lip kit is $27, about the same price as her holiday palettes. Ooh, shit, I just dropped it. Okay, so there are a lot of neutrals in this palette, but the reason I really wanted to get this palette is because I love the shade range in this palette. I know there's like a lot of brown shades in here, but I like using brown shades for transition colors, and sometimes I can't find that in other palettes, but there's also pops of color in here, and these orange colors that she put in this palette, like this one, this one, this one, I just really like those shades. Like I feel like I would be able to use this palette a lot. I know she's come out with similar shades, her bronze palette and then her bronze extended palette, and I still haven't tried those palettes, and I was so close to getting the bronze extended palette because I just really wanted to try her bronze palette. I never ended up getting it because I felt like it was too basic. It was just too basic for me. She came out with this palette where it has shades similar to the bronze palette. It also has pops of color like these oranges, this like dark purple one. I was so happy when she came out with this palette because then that way I can get the basic shades plus a little bit of pop of colors. I know a lot of people have seen these shades already, but Kylie does have a really good eyeshadow formula. We'll see about these shadows. There might be these shades somewhere else, but the formula is not as good, or the brand is not cruelty free. I like that Kylie is cruelty free, so there's a lot of reasons for why people would want to buy this palette. That's why I ended up buying it, and I wanted to review it here on my channel. Alright, so I went ahead and zoomed in, and I'm just gonna go in with the shadows. I am gonna apply a little bit of powder underneath my eyes just in case there's any fallout. I'm sorry if you guys hear noise outside. My dad is outside pressure washing. Please ignore. So every time you get a new palette, if you do your foundation first, I would suggest to put powder underneath your eyes just to catch any fallout if the palette has any fallout, because you never know and you don't want your makeup to get ruined. So I'm just cleaning my brush with this Color Switch by Baramona that I get from Sephora. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This one is called Pool Day. So I'm gonna go in with Pool Day, and I'm just gonna apply that one like all over my lid. just so that whatever shadows I put in next will be easier for me to blend out. So I'm dipping my brush in here and I'm actually not getting too much fallout. I am just putting my brush in there pretty lightly. I'm not getting crazy fallout for that shade, so that's pretty good. It does match my skin tone a lot, so I mean it's not really gonna show up on my eyes. This is just gonna be helpful for me to blend out any eyeshadows that I'm gonna apply next. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This one is called Aqua. It looks like a cool tone beige. It looks like it has like a little bit of gray in there, so I'm gonna go in and apply this one into my crease and bring it up to my brow bone. Kind of use it as like a transition shade. Okay, so I am getting a little bit more fallout with this shade. You guys can see right there that this shade does have a little bit more fallout. Okay, so the eyeshadow is blending out fine. I'm not having any issues with blending out the shadows. It looks really good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and this one is called Nita Tan. It looks like an orangey brown eyeshadow right in the crease. Wow. So this one is definitely really pigmented, and I'm still using the same eyeshadow brush. This is the Beige Cosmetics V19 brush, and I'm barely dipping my brush in here. This one is getting some fallout as well, so I just need to be careful. So as you guys can see, the shade has a little bit of orange in it, blending out so nicely, you guys, and it's very pigmented as well. So with a clean eyeshadow brush, I'm just gonna go over the edges. I am dying to use this shadow right here. That one is called Melon, and it looks like a really bright neon orange, and apply it all over my lid. Oh my god, you guys. This eyeshadow, holy crap. Do you guys see how pigmented this eyeshadow is? Wow. So I'm just packing it all over my lid, just blending it into my crease. And I didn't apply any eyeshadow primer. I wonder how it would show up if I did apply eyeshadow primer to my eyes. This eyeshadow is beautiful. It is so vibrant, it's so pigmented, blending out so nicely. It doesn't look patchy. It is so pretty. You guys, I am in love with this shadow. So now I'm going back to the fluffy brush, and I am going to grab the cool beige shade Aqua and just blend out the shadow. I just straightened my hair and I can already see that it's getting frizzy because it's so freaking hot and humid. Crazy hot today. Okay, so with a flat shader brush, I want to grab this shade right here. It is called Summer, and it looks like a very pale gold on the inner corner of my eyes. Alright, so nothing happened. Let me try it again. I might have to wet my brush. I'm not sure if it's because I already have an eyeshadow down. Nothing is really happening. Okay, so I'm gonna wet my brush. Okay, so this shadow is not applying how I want it to apply. I'm gonna try my finger. Okay, there we go. So I think that this one is probably best to use your finger or apply like a primer. It's a really pretty shade. It definitely swatches really nice on the finger. I would say to apply it like this instead of using a eye brush. So I want to use this really glittery shade right here, and this one is called Beach Babe. I'm gonna apply this one on top of the shade that I just applied on the inner corner, and I'm gonna use my finger again. Okay, so this shade gives like a pop of glitter to the eyeshadow. It just brings it to life. I think Summer and Beach Babe make a really nice combination. I can tell in person that it just gave like a little bit of more life. This one does have a little bit of glitter fallout, so you want to be careful when applying it. It's so pretty. So I kind of brought that eyeshadow into the inner corner of my eye to just give it a pop of light. I like it. I like it. So I was gonna apply liquid black wing eyeliner, but I want to use the black shade in here to line my eyes. So I'm gonna use a really thin brush. Dip the brush in here, start applying it along my lash line very, very slowly and carefully. And then I'm kind of just gonna smudge it out a little bit with this brush. The black is very black and didn't have issues with it. Just gonna go over it again. Also for my brow bone, I do want to highlight my brow bone with the pale gold shade again. Just gonna use that one to highlight my brow bone. Yeah, I feel like the shadow applies better with your finger. You really have to keep building it up if you're using an eyeshadow brush. But I can't use my finger for my brow bone, so I'm just building up the shadow. So I'm gonna do the other eye and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I did the other eye. I applied mascara on my top lashes. I ended up just creating a really small wing with the Kylie shadow. So I just did this with my flat brush. This is a MAC 212 brush. So now I'm gonna do my lower lash line. I also wiped away the powder and any fallout that I had, which I didn't have a lot of fallout underneath my eyes. I did have some of the glitter from the shadow that I put right here. So for my lower lash line, I want to use this shade right here. This one is called Hottie. So this one looks like kind of an orangey shade too, but it's more neutral. It looks kind of brown on the pan, but it's not brown, it's more orange. So then I am going to grab this brown shade. This one does look brown. This one is called Blazing. Yeah, this one's definitely brown. I'm gonna apply some black eyeliner on my waterline using the Tarte Double Take eyeliner. So this shade is called Bikini Mama. This is the new Hourglass mascara. I'm testing it out today also. So this is the finished eye look. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and then I'll be right back and do some swatches for you guys of the palette. Okay, so now I'm gonna apply the Velvet Lip Kit in Candy K. Also the same with the bananas inside. I love that. Okay, so now I'm gonna apply the lipstick. So pretty, feels so good on the lips. Just gonna spray my face again. This is how Candy K looks. It's my favorite nude lipstick shade. I'm gonna apply lip gloss on top of this shade just so that it can match a little bit more my eye look. This is Fenty Beauty in Bilingual. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the eyeshadows now. Okay, so the first four shades are, so starting from this side we have Beach Babe, Melon, Hottie, and then Sunkiss. So Sunkiss is really pretty. I did not use this shade. I did use these three shades in my eye look. These are swatching very nicely and pigmented. This shade is so blinding when you swatch it, but again, this is the one that I used. It's called Summer, and I don't feel like it performed well with a brush. I feel like it performs a lot better with your finger. And then the last two right here, Juicy and Bikini Mama. I didn't use Juicy. It is like an orange shimmer shade. Bikini Mama is like a brown, dark brown shimmer shade. I did use that one on the lower lash line. This shade, oh my god. So the bottom row, the first four shades, starting from this side, you have Pool Day, Aquaholic. I used Pool Day all over my lid. Then Aquaholic, I used it in my crease. And then Blazing Heat Wave. This one is so pretty. I didn't use this one, but it's like a copper shimmer. And then the other three are mattes. Alright, so those are the last three on the bottom row. So this one right here I did use in my crease. That one is called Need a Tan. Then the next one is Suns Out, Buns Out. It's like a dark purple burgundy shade, and then we have the black shade, and that one is called Always In. I feel like the black is it's like a really good black. This one, Suns Out, Buns Out, I didn't use that shade, but I did use the other two. These are all matte. Suns Out, Buns Out swatches really nicely. So these are all of the eyeshadows. This is the top row, and then this is the bottom row, and as you guys can see, they're very pigmented. They swatched very nicely. This shadow right here is more of a glitter topper. It's pretty sheer, but you can see more of the glitter particles, and it's a little bit more chunky than the other shadows and the shimmer shadows. A different formula for that shadow in here. So it just gives you like a variety of formulas that you can use. There is a bit of fallout, and so pretty dirty already from the fallout. I'm gonna try to check back with you guys at the end of the day, show you guys how these shadows look. So it is 3 in the morning and I was too tired to talk to the camera, but I wanted to show you guys that the shadows still look good. They faded a little bit. Other than the fallout from the palette, I do recommend it. I really do like it and how the shadows perform. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!